What if you could ride without limits? What if you had an e-bike that had all the features you want in an e-bike? What if? What if your ideal bike had dual 750 watt brushless hub motors that provide all-wheel drive? What if it had dual 48 volt 15.6 amp hour batteries that provide a maximum claim range of up to 90 miles? What if you had an e-bike with massive acceleration and climbing power? An e-bike that could reach top speeds of 28 miles per hour or even capable of reaching 36 miles per hour? What if it was built with a full suspension, front and rear? What if it had hydraulic disc brakes for maximum stopping power? What if it featured modern tech like NFC unlock for security, convenience, and peace of mind? What if?
Hello, my friends. Welcome. Glad to have you with me today. Today we're doing a review, the second review of this Talon T787. The first review I did was the unboxing and the first impression ride, and I'll post that link to that video at the end of this video, so if you want to go watch it. But I've been riding this bike for a while, and let me tell you, this is a complete bike. It has everything you would want in a bike. You get this bike and you're not gonna need anything else. It has two motors, front and rear, dual motors. It's got dual batteries for give you range. It says 90 miles of range. I did do a 35-mile ride on this bike, and when I got home, I still had 3 bars left. So it's realistically, I think it can do that close to that range. So I may do a range later on. So stay tuned, because I'm going to be riding this bike a lot, and I have been riding it a lot. So so this bike to me is a complete bike. It has everything that you need. Just so you know, I'm going to leave a link to where you can get this bike or get more specs on it, or you can view my first video where I put all the specs and all the features it has, and also a discount code if you decide to buy this, and I highly recommend it. Today I'm going to be doing some different tests on this bike, different terrain, a brake test, uphill, 1 motor, 2 motor. So we're going to see what capabilities it has. And most of them I already know what it has, but we're going to try to, kind of show you some of the capabilities. So one thing that I can tell you with this bike is everywhere I ride, I get complimented on the bike. That it's a beautiful bike. They like the bike, and almost everyone does that. So I'm real happy with this, this bike. I think it's gonna do me well for my rides. But stay tuned for my adventures I do, because this is gonna be my to-go bike that I'm gonna use. So one of the things I did, they sent me the rack to put on the bike, and I did, and I love it because I got this bag on top, works real well. The light in the back was kind of too far in, so I moved it to the back. I was able to relocate it more to the back where you can see it better. The only thing, it was very easy to do. It has the same bracket from the middle to the back. The only thing is I needed an extension, a 10-inch extension, to be able to run it to the back. But the rack I highly recommend. It's a good feature to have. And this bike for me is ready to do some adventures. What do you guys think about the graffiti in the back, huh? Pretty cool, huh? These are the kind of things I do, explore the tunnels. So stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And we'll see you on the road.
Okay, my friends, we're gonna ride the Arroyo. In front of me is gonna be Greg, who, by the way, is also riding a T787, identical to mine. So we're gonna just test it out on the arroyos. This is what I ride. So I'm not on the road. You can actually in Albuquerque, there's like a huge network of arroyos and tunnels, and you can actually ride across the city in all directions, just riding on the arroyos without even riding on the streets. Because in Albuquerque, man, it's dangerous with traffic. But we'll put it to the test. We'll do some riding on the arroyo. Something that you gotta watch for on the arroyos is these huge cracks on the ground, on the concrete. But I've gone over a few of them already, and I can tell you that this bike with the dual suspension is done real well. It just goes right over them. But you gotta be real careful. You don't want to hit those things too hard because they're kind of sharp on the edges, and they can damage your tire. So just be aware of that. Like this one, I didn't even feel that. I just went over a huge crack. So this bike is perfect with a dual suspension with this type of riding here. So the sun is going down, so I just got to be careful because it's kind of hard to see sometimes. We're going to be going underneath a couple of bridges, tunnels, and you can see that you can avoid just the streets just by riding the arroyos. So man, I love this bike. And Greg also has the same bike, and he loves it too. He's always riding it all the time. So it's not just me. It's been real hot here in Albuquerque. It's been in the triple digits, 100 degrees hot. So it's kind of hard to get motivated and ride, but I love riding. I ride almost every day, my friends. I did attend a conference that was a week long out of state, so I was absent for a while. But I'm back. Back in the saddle, reviewing this beautiful bike. Like I mentioned before, I get complimented all the time about this bike. So it's a good looking bike, for sure. They call this bike the Beast because of the power. The acceleration is amazing, especially when you have it on double motor. It's pretty powerful e-bike. Okay, my friends, we're doing a little bit off-road, riding the trail on the Sandia's Foothills. And I can tell you it's a little slippery, primarily because of the tires. These are not off-road tires, these are street tires. So they don't have good grip. But beyond that, is actually doing pretty good for having street tires. A little bit slipping here and there, but nothing major. The two-wheel drive is very helpful. Yeah, I slipped a little bit there. It's like loose sand and loose gravel. So So it's doing pretty good for not having the right type of tire. This is gonna be not a road, but it's a trail, like single track. And you know, it's not. We're going uphill, so that's why you get a little bit of slippage, because it's trying to grip. So we're coming to some rocks. Greg is right up front, riding the same type of bike as I am. And he wants to look at the sunset, man. Look at that. Beautiful sunset. So we're gonna finish it off here. Riding the trail on the foothills. Now we're going like a little bit downhill. Earlier we're going all uphill. So you can get a better view, hopefully, from Greg's perspective. Me coming down. We're going up. You can see the incline. We're going a little bit uphill, guys. And over here, you gotta be careful, man, because there's all kinds of cactus. And you don't want to slip into those things. But I think it's doing pretty good for not having the right type of tire. Great. Okay, my friends, we're headed east towards the Sandia Foothills. We're gonna try to ride an arroyo and enter a tunnel, guys. How exciting is that, huh? But first, we need to cross tramway. There's like a little pedestrian bridge over here. So we'll test the climbing capabilities of this bike. I'm gonna leave it on just one motor. I know it does well with two motors, with climbing. But here we go, we're gonna climb this with one motor. And it's doing pretty good. No loss of power, guys. This sharp turn here. Okay. More climbing. Doing throttle. And it's doing real good. It did real well for one motor. With two motor, it would probably be going a little too fast for me. Up the hill. If you can believe that. Okay, we're gonna take this little trail, try to find a way to get into the arroyo, guys. Okay, I see the ramp up ahead to get into the arroyo. So we're gonna go down the arroyo, and then we're going, at this point, we're going south, right by tramway. And we're gonna try to reach the tunnel that goes underneath the freeway, I-40. And later on, we're gonna do a speed test, guys. Someone told me that it doesn't reach 36 miles per hour. That's what the website is saying, that it can reach up to 36. So we're gonna test it to see if it does. We're doing real world testing here, guys. Just the type of riding I do every day out here. Urban explorations is my domain. So we're going under a tunnel. And again, you gotta watch the big old cracks and holes on the concrete. But I'm loving the suspension, the front and rear. I didn't have to do any adjustments. It's just perfect for me, just the way it is. And a couple of things I noticed riding in the streets, it does have turn signals. Of course, it's got the horn, and it's got a nice LED light in front. A big light, big headlamp. Daylight, light, and also for night. It's got a big display. And sometimes you can't see it real well in the daylight when the sun is hitting it. But for the most part, I've been able to see what you can see it right now underneath the bridge. Big old display. You can see the speedometer. You can see the battery level. And you can odometer, or you can set trip to keep track of your miles. Man, it's such a pleasure to ride this bike. And I know that I've heard some people say about not being able to adjust the seat. I'm 5'10", and the seat is perfect for me. I have no issue with it. In fact, I'm enjoying it. That is a little low because I can get on and off easily. Getting old. We'll do a climb test here in a little bit on top of that ramp. Both with one motor and two motors. But up ahead, guys, I can see the tunnel. You guys ready to explore the tunnel on the Talon T787? Well, let's do it, guys. We're coming up to it. Okay, guys, we're inside the tunnel. It's really dark inside. I can't see because my eyes are adjusted to the daylight. But you can see that the headlamp on this bike is doing great, man. It's illuminating everything. And you gotta be careful when you enter these tunnels because a lot of homeless people just hang out in here to stay away. Oh, there's somebody laying there. Somebody was laying on the ground with asleep. So you gotta be careful. That's why it's important to have good lighting, because you don't want to run over somebody. That's for sure. But yeah, the big headlamp is doing wonders, guys. Nice. Okay, guys, we're gonna do a brake test, okay? 20 miles an hour, I'm gonna slam on the brakes. Nice. Hydraulic brakes are the best. Okay, guys, we're gonna try to climb from zero, from stopped. I'm on one motor. And it's going slow, but it's going, guys. On one motor, climbing this incline. And it's gonna make it. It made it. Slow, but it made it. Now with two motors. Oh man, it's moving, guys. Moving. Okay, guys, we're gonna do a speed test. So we're at 30, 33, 33. So I'm using the display, but I'm also gonna post the GPS speed because sometimes they're different. 35 miles an hour, guys. 36. 36. We're doing 36 miles an hour. So this bike has power, man. We're doing 36. And that's what they advertise, that it can do up to 36 capable. And here it is, the proof. We did 36, guys. Anyways, that's gonna be it for the review. This is a awesome, great bike, complete. They don't call it the Beast for nothing, guys. So until the next one, we'll see you. Bueno, bye.